Well, hello, kids. Um, this is me again, Ms. Harris, beginner saxophone class, and I just want to say hello. And also, this is our last saxophone class for this before summertime. We'll have more when school starts again, but band always ends at the end of May. And so now it's the end of the month of May. Tonight starts Shavuos. After that, it's going to be the month of June. And then school's out. So band always starts a little bit later in the school year when school starts, and then it ends a little bit early. Next year, band is going to start right at the beginning, because if you join again, which I hope you do, then you'll get to start with the big kids, because the big kids all start right at the beginning, because you're not a beginner anymore. And so I don't need to have you get your instruments and your books, because you already have everything. Okay, so that's how that works. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always contact me. You can have your mom or your dad contact me and let me know that you have a question, or you just give me a call. Your mom or dad can call me. Everyone knows my phone number. And now we're going to finish off our year with page 8. We're going to turn the page, and we're going to do another new thing. On page 8, we have two different things. If you look at the top of the page, we have this that says 2-4. And then we also have this, ties. Okay, so first of all, 2-4. Up until this point, we've had songs that have had 4 beats in a measure. Every single song has had 4 beats in a measure, and we've gone over and over that all year long. But just when you were finally getting the hang of that, changes. Now there's only going to be 2 beats in a measure. That's what 2-4 means, 2 beats in a measure. Why do we have 2-4? It's because that means the music is going to be faster. So when music is faster, they write a shorter time signature. And so that's what that means. There's going to be 2 beats in a measure. And if we look at number 1, the song number 1 that has no title, it's just called number 1. We can see that at the beginning of the line, there's a 2-4. You see at the beginning of the line, it says number 1, then there's a treble clef, and then it says 2-4. Well, that's telling you that it's in 2-4. That's what that means. So, would you like to try it with me? Let's just say the names of the notes. There's going to be G, A, B, A, G. D, rest. E, rest. B, A, G. Repeat. But we're not going to say them again, because we're getting more intermediate. Next year, you'll be part of the intermediate wind group. You're not a beginner anymore. So hopefully you guys know the names of the notes now. Ready? Let's play it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Repeat. Did you do it? Hope so, because we're moving on. Let's do number 2. Number 2, it's also in 2-4, but now there's something else. If you look in measure number 3 and 4, you have a note that's tied. Do you see the curvy line that's connecting the notes? It's called a tie. Okay, a tie means that you have to hold out the note. You just play it one time and hold it. So we have a half note, it gets 2, and we have another half note that's tied, and it gets 2, and all together it's going to get 4. A lot of kids will ask, why not just write a whole note? Well, because in 2/4, we can't write a whole note because it won't fit into the measure. And so we already know the whole, because we can only have 2 beats in a measure. And a whole note also, that just means like a song is maybe when we have a 4/4 time signature like we used to have, those are slower songs. But 2/4 is a faster song. So that's what that means. So we have to just tie 2 half notes together. And now that's something else. 2 half notes tied together equals a whole note. It's just another way of really writing a whole note. It's kind of like in spelling class when you have 2 words that are that sound alike, but you have to spell them differently. You know, like, oh, I don't know. What's a word like that? How about like just the word two? You could spell it T-O-O, or you could spell it T-W-O, or you could spell it T-O. Well, it's like that. So let me play you number 2. Here it is. 1, 2, here I go. We have the G is tied, and we also have the B at the end that's tied. Did you see that? And there's a repeat mark. So now let's just play it together. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. All right. And for our final bonus track for the very end, we're going to do number 3. It's called the 2/4 March. It uses a lot of things now. Like, for instance, it's in 2/4. It has different ties. If you look at the tie in the first line, it's a D that's tied. So now you have the line that's like on the top, but it's still a tie. And how many does that equal altogether? We have a half note D, gets 2. We have another half note D that gets 2. So altogether, it's going to get 4. And then at the end of the second line, we have a G, and it is also tied at the very end. And this time, we have a half note G that gets 2. And we have a quarter note G, and it's going to get 1. And altogether, the tie is going to get 3. And there's a repeat. Oh, yeah. And there's the new note E. Yeah. So, are you ready? We're just doing it. 1, 2, 1, 2. E. Next line. Rest. Go back. everybody. That was our last saxophone lesson of the year. I am going to look forward to seeing you next year. I hope that I do. I hope you join. And I know it's been a crazy, crazy end of our school year. I cannot believe that this happened, as I'm sure you can't believe it happened either. You'll have all kinds of stories you'll be able to tell to your grandchildren about this insane year. And so tonight is Shavuos. So happy Shavuos. Hope you like cheesecake. If you don't like cheesecake, hope you like Blintzes. If you don't like Blintzes, just drink a glass of milk. I hope you like milk. Unless you're allergic to milk, don't drink milk. Okay, so I hope I'll hear from you, and have a wonderful summer and enjoy your time with your family. And maybe we'll see each other around, So be well. Bye.